Hey everyone, Ruha here and welcome back to That Engineering Girl. Today we're going to be talking about 2021 systems and more specifically my 2021 systems. Now you might be thinking, well, what do you mean systems? Well, you can think about it as a play on the word goals because to me, goals are just wants and dreams. They're just wishes. But systems, on the other hand, actually implement ways to get towards those goals and wishes and wants. And so we're going to be focusing on systems and how to actually achieve those goals and wants without them being a faraway star forever. And this is actually a technique that a lot of people follow, and it's something that I follow personally. And so today we're going to be going through my 2021 systems, and I'll be explaining a little bit about how I'm going to be implementing them in my life. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so there are three main systems that I'm looking to implement in 2021 that if at the end of the year I can implement these three things consistently in my life, I will be more than satisfied. If I can do more the merrier, but these three are fundamental towards my development and learning and growth. So the first thing that I really want to focus on is drinking enough water. And this has been said over and over by so many professionals and by so many people, but your body needs water. And somewhere along the way, I forgot that. And so I used to drink very less water, but recently as I've become more cognizant about hydration and how dehydrated I actually feel, as I start consciously thinking about it, I actually developed the aspiration of drinking enough water in order to hydrate myself, because if your body is healthy, then your mind is healthy, and then you soar. So how am I gonna drink water? Well, my goal is to drink 2.7 liters of water every single day, and this is some benchmark that I pulled off of the internet arbitrarily, and I'm sure everyone has their own recommendations, but this is good enough for me. So 2.7 liters, how are we gonna do that? Well, I have this trusty little orange bottle that I found lying around the house that is coincidentally almost 2.7 liters. So what I do is I wake up every morning and I fill this up with water and I take it around with me all day long. Now that's not a lot of places because COVID and all, so really that's just to my room, back to the kitchen, basement, and so on and so forth. So not a lot of traveling, but essentially I take it everywhere with me so I can optimize on opportunities to actually drink water when I get thirsty. So over the past few weeks, as I've been kind of experimenting with how much I actually drink on a daily basis without consciously pushing myself to drink water, I've noticed I always have about 1/4 of water in this water bottle left. So my goal is going to be to actually finish that water that I always have lying around at night every single day. And the days that I actually get very close, my body actually feels very hydrated and I feel a lot more awake, and so I'm already feeling the effects of actually drinking water properly. So the goal is to drink this water bottle full every single day by the end of the year. Okay, so the second system that I'm going to be implementing is training. And so by training, I mean exercise to keep healthy, and my goal is to work out 5 days a week, 3 of them being for cardio and 2 of them being for strength/weight training. Now, ideally, I could do 6 days a week, with the 6th day being for balance and flexibility, because recently I've gotten really into finding that balance and center of balance within your body, and I think it's a really cool idea, and so I've been doing yoga here and there when I can fit it in, and 6 days would be ideal because I could have that extra day to do some balance work and flexibility work. But if I can do 5 days, 3 days cardio, 2 days strength training, then I will be more than satisfied. So I've been trying to do this over the past month, not very successfully, but that's a whole nother story. But I know exactly why I haven't been successful so far, so I'm going to be actually working on that underlying issue, which is sleep. Because if I don't get enough sleep at night, then I don't wake up in the morning. And why I don't get enough sleep at night is because I never get to bed on time, and that's always because I'm always pushing to do one extra thing at night. So I'm going to really be pushing myself to actually get to bed on time so I can wake up on time so I can actually work out in the mornings like planned. Because if I can't work out in the mornings, then my entire schedule gets messed up later on trying to fit it in, and it's just a huge mess. So if I can follow my schedule, then that is the most ideal case, and the way to do that and the easiest solution for that is to get enough sleep. Now, how am I gonna get enough sleep? Well, I'm using the trusty old iPhone app. I'm not sure if it's an app or a feature or and so on and so forth, but they have an app that supports sleeping and wake up times and doing wind down routines and so on and so forth. So I'm going to be utilizing that to help me actually get to bed on time, and as a reminder that, hey, you need to get to bed in this much X amount of time, and then actually be using that as well in the morning to wake up, because my normal alarms don't seem to be working. But alas, that's going to be my strategy to actually get enough sleep. Now, in terms of exercising itself, I've basically optimized my routine for how I get everything together in the mornings, how I actually exercise, and then how I shower and so on and so forth. So that in itself, I'm not necessarily concerned about. My major issue is actually doing it in the mornings because I'm so tired. So if I can sleep on time, then I can work out 5 times a week guaranteed, and then maybe even 6, hopefully. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves, shall we? So 5 days a week exercising, we're going to be focusing on sleep, and then actually getting to work out on time in the mornings, because one, I've heard that morning workouts are very, very beneficial for your learning and growth, and 2, it's just so much more easier to work out in the mornings than try to fit it in my schedule later on in the day, because just so many things pop up everywhere all the time throughout the day. And so that's my second system that I'm going to be implementing in 2021. Now, the third system that I'd really, really love to implement is related to my career and professional development, and that is learning more about hardware, and not necessarily hardware, learning more about just electrical in general, becoming an all-rounder in this realm of electronics. That would be a more appropriate word, electronics. And you may think this is a very vague goal, and yes, I completely agree, but the whole point of this is to get a well-rounded understanding of different areas in electrical engineering, and more so computer/hardware engineering, in order to make moves towards becoming the professional that I want to be. And so this goal essentially comprises of 3 different areas. 1, I'm going to be working on this through university, so I'm currently taking design courses, which you'll be seeing other videos on. 2, I'm going to be gaining a lot of skills through my internship that's going to be coming up in the summer, so I'm signed up to do a 16th-month internship here in Calgary. More on that later to come. I'll definitely be talking more about my experience during that internship. And then 3, my plan is to do a major electrical project here at home involving all sorts of different areas, whether it be power electronics, hardware, digital systems, analog design, you name it. I'm gonna get my hands on everything, and I don't really know what this is gonna be, but I know I want it to be a project that is out of my mind. And what I mean by that is something that I fully cannot comprehend when I begin solving this problem. So I want it to be an extremely complex problem that takes time to understand in order to challenge myself as an engineer in the making. And so that's kind of my third system that I'm going to be implementing. So focusing on getting experience through university, through my internship, and then doing a major project on my own in order to learn new skills and really develop in the areas that I'm looking to learn in. So to wrap it up, those are my 3 systems that I'm going to be implementing in 2021. There are many others that I'd love to implement that I have written down, that if I can get these 3 down before the end of 2021, I'll definitely be making moves towards those other goals that I've written down. But alas, these 3, if I can get these down consistently, like I mentioned in the beginning, I will be more than satisfied. I hope you can take something out of this video and implement your own systems and create a strategic and logical way of implementing and achieving your goals. With that said, I'll see you in my next video. See you then.